Hey, Nish from To The Point Tech here, and today I'm reviewing this newer 70-inch tripod. You can pick one up for about £35 or $40, and I picked it up because I was getting sick of using my crappy old Amazon Basics tripod, and I wanted one that was a bit taller and had more features. Now, it's a slight inconvenience that I'm using it right now, but I'll figure something out for the review. Let's get started. The tripod extends to a max height of 170 centimeters. It's made of aluminium, so it's fairly light, weighing about 2 kilos, and they've provided you a nice carrying case to go with it. It's got kind of the standard tripod leg fold-out kind of thing going on. The legs have 3 telescopic sections, which you can unlock using these very easy-to-use latches. Then there's a central pillar, which you can unlock using a bolt and kind of very precisely set that height. Below that bolt, you've got a handle on the tripod, so if you're just carrying around the tripod in places, you can use that rather than putting it into the bag. And finally, at the very bottom, you can see there's a hook on the central pillar, and this is there if you want to hang some weights, if you want to use this outside and don't want the wind to move around the tripod. The feet have a mechanism to kind of adapt to uneven terrain so that you can get the tripod nice and flat. There's also a spirit bubble on the tripod for you to check the level of the ground. Now, the main top of the tripod has a lot of ways to be adjusted. Firstly, you've got a 180-degree tilt function, which is accessed with a very robust kind of pillar that you rotate to loosen, and then you can tilt that 180 degrees. There's also a lateral tilt function where you can undo a small lever and turn the entire image onto its side. Lastly, there's a panning function, which is unlocked with kind of this circular dial. Now, it says that it's just kind of a ball head. It doesn't really give much specification into here, but I found the panning to be reasonably competent, like compared to my old tripod anyway. My old tripod was absolute garbage when you try to do a panning shot, whereas on this one you can produce something that kind of looks a little bit respectable. It's still not fantastic, but it's better than the alternative. The mounting plate on here is kind of very standard looking, and you can release that with the lever included. You can buy spares online if you'd like to. One thing I liked about this mounting plate was the kind of screw to loosen it was very robust, very easy to use compared to my other tripod again. Nice little feature. While we're talking about mounting things onto here, one of the limitations of this tripod is that it's only rated for 4 kilograms. So in terms of those massive cameras and massive lenses, I don't think it's really suited. It's not really a pro level kit. It's more kind of aimed at an amateur market. I've saved my favorite feature for last. The central pillar on this tripod can be removed completely to reveal kind of a monopod. So you've got a monopod built into this tripod. Now, I thought the monopod wouldn't be that useful, but I found you can get some interesting angles, some interesting kind of zoom in kind of shots with it. It extends out in a slightly different way to the main tripod. The mechanism for the monopod doesn't feel quite as robust as the latch system on the tripod, but I'd say it's passable for kind of occasional use, but if you're after a really good monopod, then it might be a bit fiddly to use. So what is this tripod like to use? Well, I found the mechanisms to change the camera angles and shots are quite robust, as I've shown. The only minor snag I found when using it is that the telescopic portion on the kind of lower portion of the legs, on one of the legs it is not smooth, like gravity doesn't do the work if you just undo the latch. This is a bit of a minor annoyance. I guess it might be like a tolerance problem in their factory where it's just not at the right tolerance for the machining to be done properly, but it's not a deal breaker for me. At 170 centimeters, I think this should suit most people's needs. It certainly is fine for a short person like me, but maybe if you're like 7 feet tall and you want to get a headshot, then it might not be appropriate, but I think for most people, that kind of height is fine. There are some limitations though, as I've mentioned with this tripod, that make it more kind of an amateur tripod than a professional one. One of the things I've seen you can do on other tripods that you can't do here is take out that central pillar and flip it around so you can get that very low down shot. The other thing is the weight limit. As I said, it's only rated for 4 kilos. Neewer do make some carbon fiber tripods that are rated for much higher weights and your proper full-on cameras. So I think if you're looking for a more professional orientated tripod, then I'd look to their kind of more expensive offerings. So I think I can wrap up. I think this is a really great value tripod. It's nice and sturdy. It's got a lot of different features, including that monopod, which is kind of the highlight feature for me. Also, the panning function was surprisingly good. The things to watch out for, as I've mentioned, it's more of an amateur offering. It doesn't take on your big cameras. You can't flip around that central pillar. But I think for someone looking into getting into photography and videography, it would be a good kind of first dip your toe into the water. I certainly was really happy I decided to spend, that little bit of extra money to get something a little bit more robust and more feature-packed. So thank you very much for watching. I hope this was a useful video for you. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know what your experience of other budget tripods has been. Subscribe to the channel for more To The Point tech content, and I'll catch you in the next one.